I'll turn it over to the president.
Okay. We haven't heard from Salam, correct?
No,
Okay.
but Warihana was thinking that because of the network issues and that.
Sure, sure. Okay. Let's we'll wait and do the budget if he can join. You want to clarify something with Warahana about the project,
No,
right?
I guess we can just touch base about the project and Warihana, where you think you should put the
As-
business cards
Okay.
and the printing and the totes, I guess that you had gotten a quote on. Did you understand the Discord conversation from earlier?
Um, I think so. I
If
think
you
so.
okay.
Since project 81 have already been funded,
Mm-hmm.
I should move it to project 80, which is yet to be funded. Eh?
Right. Right. And you don't have to move you can really the thing that doesn't matter because is what I'll do is I'll go ahead and share. Oh, you won't be able to see because of the network, but let, let's just touch base really quick and see if everybody understands what the document or the website that I created called Grant Funding and Compliance Milestones, what this means to the organization and how we operate. Let's back up all the way to there and just see if those milestones for compliance make sense to Warhana first. We can ask, and then we'll follow up with Ben. Have you been able to see the website? It's down s.givebasicneeds.org/notes/cycle. And this is the one I
Oh,
referenced in Discord a couple of times that this was a really important thing. Some of it was in general, some of it was wherever you had posted. I can't remember if it was all systems or where.
I think Ben showed one of them as milestone 8.
Yes. Then let me start
Okay.
with my inputs. Yes.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. I believe the cycle is very helpful in tracking. So today I had to go through to see exactly which milestone the project you funded, the purchase invoice you funded to, so that I'll know which milestone I was moving to. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the cycle is very helpful because it gives you the interface after moving to one cycle. You can just click a button to tell you which cycle you are supposed to go to. So maybe
Exactly.
along the process, if I get confused, I can just make reference to it and know that we are at this level. This I have submitted the sales invoice for this. That means I'm expecting that it will be received by the foundation and paid if everything looks good. Then if that happens, I know the next stage I would go. So I think it giving us a visual representation of how every project begins, how it's funded, and until how it's executed. It looks very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
However, one thing I wanted to, with regards to our harness purchase invoice, was I understand this is for projects, especially projects that would have to be funded by the foundation. So in her case, where she is submitting maybe a purchase invoice for printing of the business cards, um, I do not know how we'll be able to use this cycle to track such.
Yeah,
So
it's a really good point, Ben. First of all, I want to say I'm glad that you find it valuable because I did spend some time trying to replace the last image that we had that kind of showed the flow. The problem with the last image is show it didn't show the project itself. It was just kind of more like the purchase invoices and things like that. And so I'm glad
yeah,
that you
yeah.
find it valuable, and is what I plan on doing. Hopefully later today, if I can get through this auditing stuff, is to create a flow, two more flows just like it. One that has to do with um, wages and how wages flow,
Okay.
and that would be like a reoccurring, no project kind of needed kind of thing. So it would be like wages and maybe operating expenses like electric bill or something like this for the office. And so I plan on building a cycle for that with milestones, and then also one for the, if I can remember it, I'll need your help probably, but how we do in-kind donations.
Okay. Okay.
That's kind of my, I'm going to
Yeah.
take the action item to create both of those milestone flows and cycles so that at any point in time, if we need to execute those, we can.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would actually be helpful. The initial image we had that gave a description of how we submit purchase invoice. It gave the idea, all right, but this one you just worked on actually gives every detail to be able to track which stage we are with a
Hmm.
particular project. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think it's great. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad. And I really did it. I did it not only for you, Ben, but I did it for everybody because I personally use it as well so that I don't skip steps or miss milestones. And the Presido now can look at it and simply ask a project number and ask what milestone it's at and know immediately where it is, if we're in the funding stage, the execution stage, the documentation stage, or the wrap up stage, you know, whatever those milestones are. So hopefully it's beneficial to everybody. And now
So with the printing of the card,
I'm sorry, really quick, can I
yeah.
ask Warihana, so I can't, so can I share my screen and walk through it with you? Or is it best to just not do that because of your network situation and you'll see it? I think you're only on voice right now, yeah?
Yes, I'm on voice, but
Okay.
I think when you share it, I'll be able to see.
Okay. Yeah, so if you go to these milestones and click through them, I think I know Ben was working on it and had some background, but hopefully it's pretty intuitive.
Mhm.
Each milestone that you click, it has a little Discord window that shows up, and it tells you exactly what's supposed to be going on at that milestone. And so is what you kind of did was you jumped in, if I could summarize, you kind of jumped into the old process, which was fine because I mean, we just created the new process literally days ago, feels like. And so you jumped into the old process, which said, is what we do is we create a purchase invoice, and then the purchase invoice gets approved, and then once that's done, it gets funded. And that's no longer the case. We wait for purchase invoices until the actual execution of the project. So everything needs to go through uh, the project budget, ideally, or some variant of that. And so that's why I think for you right now, and I think the president agrees too, is to go ahead and uh, tie your expenses that you have. Hello, Salam, welcome. Can you hear us? Oh, not yet. He's not been admitted. Sorry. Salam, welcome. Can you hear us? Salam, can you hear us? Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
He'll join.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Great, great, great. So we were just
Sorry,
going.
we didn't have network
Nah,
in the whole of Tamale.
it's okay. No problem. I understand, and I know Ben and Warhan are having problems too. Just to catch you up really quick, um, I was explaining to Warhana and Ben the importance of the milestones and the cycle that I put together for projects and the separation of funding. Um, I know, I guess, really quick, Salam, have you seen that website? that shows each of the milestones and what's required in them?
Please, can you come again? You were breaking out. I just heard the milestones and what is required.
No problem. Yeah. So I wanted to know if you have seen the website that is explains the implementations of projects and milestones for funding and execution.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so it's very important that you do. You might have seen in the events active Discord area, we've been referring to what milestone each project is on. And so if when you look at this interface, it will give you a very clear idea of and the separation of how we're going to execute projects and how they'll be funded. So I was explaining this to Warihana. She hasn't seen it yet either.
Okay.
It's in the it's in the Discord, and I will post it. I'll take the action item to post it again in Discord, unless you want to right now. Does it do?
I can't.
Yeah.
It looks like we lost Ben, so that's why I was trying to get to that view.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So anyway, so this website that I built shows it's essentially the exact flow of every project as a milestone, and it gives you an explanation of what's supposed to happen at each milestone. And Ben said that it's beneficial, and both of you should have a look at it as soon as you can. So the president is going to put it in the Tamale office right now, and then you can have a look at it. But the idea is that Salam, you're aware how projects start and get approved because you've done some, and you now know that they're all done on the budget is all done under the project, and the project gets approved, and then it goes through these milestones of getting funded as grants, essentially from the foundation. So what I was explaining to Warihana is that she kind of jumped in as we were building this new process and started doing things kind of the old way, where we created a purchase invoice, and then we asked for approval, and when it was approved, it got paid and it was done. Well, what we do now is we do things differently because we need this clear separation where all funding requests get approved by the Presidio on the project. So we were saying that she should take her expenses related to the business cards that she was trying to get funded on Project 81, but that's already been approved and locked in. So she should move her expenses that she has for the Project 80, which includes the 100 sewn bags totes, to that budget under Project 80, where she can list those expenses for the bags there. And Haley will also need to list the expenses there, or someone will have to list it for her.
Yeah, I'll do it for Haley, but then we also have the t-shirts that we're ordering for everybody.
And those should go on that project as well.
Those should go on there too. Okay.
Yeah, depending on who's going to buy them, we need to decide how that works. So, Warihana, if you have expenses that you need for the projects or the business cards or those things, the best thing to do is to first go through the milestones so that you understand how it works. The milestone website, I guess, is what we'll refer to it as.
Sure.
And then the milestone website will explain that, and then put your expenses on Project 80. And then the president will review and approve that, and then we'll get the funding to you. Does any of that make sense? I apologize. I wish I could show it.
Yes, it does. So let me see if I understand. So so when I open Project 80, I go to the budget items and then add my items as part of the budget items.
Yeah.
Is that how it should be done?
Yeah, and that's all you have to do. And then is what will happen before the president approves it. If she has questions or wants revisions, she'll just discuss that with you. Like I haven't
Okay.
had a chance to look over the budget that Salam, the items that he put in there, yet. But if we have questions or concerns about the amounts, then the Presidio will discuss that with Salam, and he'll adjust his line items as needed. And then once she gives the approval, the next step in the milestone is for, once the Presidio signs off on it, the next milestone is for Ben to create a sales invoice, which is essentially a grant request that he then gives to the foundation, and the foundation turns that sales invoice through a series of milestones into a purchase invoice on their side, make the payment to Give Basic Needs Ghana, and then record that through Discord as the milestone state, and then Ben will be the one that you then create the purchase invoice, in which I think you've already created, that's assigned to Project 80. Ben will be the one then that takes that purchase invoice and approves it as far as valid expenses based on the budget. Meaning, if in the budget you ask for $100, and the purchase invoice needs to also have the same line item, the same item number, and the budget amount of $100, then Ben will say, okay, that's been approved by the Presidio, and he will then pay that invoice, that purchase invoice, directly to you so that you can execute.
Okay. So when I look at the budget items, under the item column, I see different items that I could choose. But
Yes.
looking at it, most of the items there are related to the travel, the food, or the health event. But when we look at the business cards like this, it's either related to branding and marketing or maybe office supply.
Yeah, and I would put it under branding and marketing for the event. I think that's completely valid
Okay.
because these are items that are distributed as part of establishing our brand in the region, and marketing followers to our socials.
And then the bags, I think it will make sense to keep it under the travel expense. Or no?
Actually, the bags, I think, are part of the medical expense because they're required to execute the mental health event.
Okay.
So usually you'll see, like,
This is kind of, in my opinion, this is kind of a tricky part to figure out. Like, okay,
yeah,
where does it really kind of drill down to figure out, like, where does it go and stuff?
right. And
it's hard sometimes.
I totally agree because, and I built the items, and I still struggle with putting them in items in categories sometimes. I built them with Ben, and so the thing is what we need to do is put them in, knowing that the item, if when someone reviews it, they're either going to agree with you or disagree with you. Like there's going to be multiple eyes on it. So if the item changes, it doesn't mean that the amount changes. It just means that we're categorizing it differently. So if you were to have put it under travel, the bags, instead of the medical expense, then the Presidio would have saw it and just said, hey, maybe this goes under medical. What do you think? And then you can have that dialogue. And the same thing happens with Salam. But it's really important that we use the right item, because the items are tied to actual chart of accounting accounts. Like literally, when we do reports or financials for grants in the future, or for third-party audits, each item goes to an expense account. So it's really important that Salam, yourself, and Ben uses the correct item. Otherwise, it'll look like we have too many overhead expenses and not enough execution expenses. So for example, if you would have put the bags under travel, that would have been like an administrative overhead. It still would have probably been gathered up into the expense eventually in the project, but because of the project. But it really turns out that if you would have done that, The bags would have been more of an overhead as opposed to a part of the giving event.
Okay.
And that's why I chose you. That's why I said you should put them under the medical event, even though it looks like a supply. It really is required for the project to execute.
Okay. All right. One last question on the projects.
Yeah, no problem.
So initially, when it came to salaries, we usually create a purchase invoice.
Mm-hmm.
So now, how would that work?
So right, so for salaries, good. I wish Ben was on right now, simply because he's going to be handling this. So
Mm,
just like we created milestones for the execution of grants, or and the flow that we created is for execution of grants. Everything is essentially treated as a grant. Give Basic Needs Ghana submits a request for funding of a project that the that the foundation sees as a grant and basically funds, and then Give Basic Needs Ghana executes. And so in this case, when we're dealing with wages, the flow will be a little bit different, but essentially from milestone 2, which
mm,
is the point at which Ben creates the sales invoice.
okay.
Ben will be creating a sales invoice against the Ghana office project,
Okay.
and then he'll be sending that over to me as a grant funding request, essentially, for your labor, and at the that's tied to the office. And then is what I will do is I'll take that sales invoice, turn it into a purchase invoice, just like I do for everything, and then I will send the payment to Ben, and then in USDC, because we don't have any other account that we can pay you right now other than that. And
Hmm.
then Ben will send the USDC from that account to your individual account and record essentially the payment of those transactions. So we haven't completely laid that out 100%, but you don't need to create a purchase invoice. Well, yeah, I guess you could create a purchase invoice that Ben will you should all create purchase invoices like you normally do, except they need to be under the company Give Basic Needs Ghana,
Okay.
and they need to be for the Ghana office project.
Hmm.
Instead of in
Okay.
the past, I think you did it for the Calusi Family Foundation and the Ghana office, but that's no longer accurate. It needs to be all come. It needs to all come from the Give Basic Needs Ghana entity. So,
Okay.
so if you create it, Ben will get the money from the foundation through essentially a grant request sales invoice. I'll pay it, and then he'll pay you and track the payments against the purchase invoices that you create now. Makes sense? Good, good, good. And Salam, does that make sense to you as well? Good. Okay. And then so here's a situation, Warihana, where an example where you had a travel expense for the office. You needed to go to Accra to present for a grant, let's say. You would, in your monthly invoice, you as the supplier or the customer, I can't remember which it is, I apologize, would put in there a line item for travel. And then in the description, you would put a description: traveled to present for ACT Foundation in Accra on such and such a date, 50 US. Or in this case, it would be stated in CD, because it would be tied to what would if we have the Ghana bank account, it'd be stated in CD. Because we don't, it'll be stated in USDC. So you would put that $50 on that same purchase invoice as an office expense, and then I would see it because Ben would send me the sales invoice that has the exact same information on it. I'll turn it into a purchase invoice after the travel's been approved. Obviously, the travel gets approved, you put it on your purchase invoice, it turns into a sales invoice by Ben requesting the money from the foundation. I send the money to Give Basic Needs Ghana, and then Ben pays you in your wages. So your wages would be increased by $50 if you had a $50 expense, or say you got a vaccination that's reimbursable by the foundation as a board member, then you would put that vaccination expense on your purchase invoice, then would pick it up and then forward it to the foundation for approval. And if it was approved, then that would be paid and you would see it in your next paycheck, essentially. Does that make sense as well? Okay, great. Great. And so the important thing to do is in all cases is make sure that any expense you're going to put on any purchase invoice has already been approved. So your wages have already been approved, right? You're under contract, you haven't been fired, so you can expect to get paid. So anything other than wages, just make sure there's an approval for it. Like, I'm going to get some vaccines, they're going to cost $300 US. Is that okay? President will say yes or no, and then you'll put them on. Maybe she'll tell you to split them up or whatever the case is. So that's how we're going to do personal expenses for wages going forward. And I plan on building one of these milestone cycles for these types of transactions as well, because what I did was just for individual projects and how they get funded. So Salam, does all that make sense to you as well? Great. Right, so Benny can hopefully listen to this and catch up. Warihana, more questions, please ask them. Don't feel like we don't have time, because that's why we're here.
I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you for taking the time to explain. I was totally.
No. It's confusing, and like I said, unfortunately, you jumped in as the process was changing, and it's still changing. So we're trying to focus on the documentation with the milestones to get everybody on the same page. So that's good, and please continue to ask questions if something isn't clear.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think before we move to Project 79, I'd like to go over 80, Project 80. That is what Salam had sent the budget over for the Art and Unity Day. Okay. So just a couple questions, Salam. What are cello tapes?
Warihana thinks it's yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, there are normal tapes. Haley asked that we should get. The kids could use them to join papers together. And
Okay.
then we should get 100. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then
I'm sorry. How many are you getting?
100.
I'm sorry. I think she said 10, Salam.
Okay.
Because this will be just used in the room.
Every child won't need a roll of tape. It's if their paper tears or something, or they need tape to kind of help it stick together. So yeah, I think 10 would be a better number.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect.
I'll revise that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, the 100 bags for the school children at about $6 a piece. That's awesome.
Yeah, is that Warihana? It looks like you don't need to put the bags in. It looks like Salam got it. Does the price there work for you?
Yeah, I spoke with him to add it for me.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good teamwork.
But because I was a bit confused, I just asked him to add it for me.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And so the budget, just so everyone knows, the budget is editable by everyone. on the project until it's signed. Once it's signed, then it's locked down. That's why you can't go back, Warihana, to Project 81 and put in something. Is it's already locked, like it's confirmed, approved, done. So feel free to go in and adjust, as Salam is going to adjust the tape. If you need to make adjustments or add the cards, please, you're more than welcome, and that's more than your place in the project to do that.
Okay.
I think Ben needs approval to join. He said it's not allowing him join.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I missing it?
Yes.
Apologies.
His network.
Is it saying waiting to
Okay.
join?
He
Oh,
said
okay. I think.
his network is not allowing him to join the meeting again. Could we do? Can he
Okay.
join his voice?
Yeah, can somebody explain? I've never done it, I'll be honest. Can someone explain to him, maybe Salam or Warahana, message him in WhatsApp
I think.
with the number, or however you guys join just by voice? That's amazing you guys were able to do that. I appreciate it.
There we go. Oh, but he wouldn't.
I don't know, does that cost you a lot of money?
No.
Okay,
I
I don't
think.
know anything.
Because I was just looking under the meeting and it has a phone number, but that's a U.S. phone number. We don't want him to call that.
Did you guys call the US number?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. How did you get in, Salam?
I got in through the link, the Google Meet.
Ah, okay. So you're going in through, and Warahana, you did the same? Okay. So maybe somebody could one of you could message Ben. He seems to be struggling a bit. I've not done it that way. And so maybe there's some instruction you could give him to help him get in.
So the sharpeners, excellent, a carton, and then the white books for drawing, erasers, the exercise books, the lined paper, and the printer paper for the airplanes, and boxes of pens,
Mhm.
footballs, and the pumps. The jerseys, I had a question, Salam. It says 8 set of different colors. How many total jerseys is that?
Yeah. So I spoke with Ben, and he said that Ben is a teacher, so he said
Yeah.
children from age so we are having two set of games
Mm-hmm.
between 12 and 15
Mm-hmm.
will play, and then between 15 and 18 will play.
Uh-huh.
And he said children from age 15 to 18 are mostly in junior high schools,
Mm-hmm.
which definitely will be different schools from the kids below 15 who are usually in upper primary schools.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that in all we're having 4 schools.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah.
Right.
So
okay.
And
so
so
that is why
yeah, and two teams, that that
yeah.
means that means 8 jerseys,
Eight.
8 sets.
Yes. So yes, 8 sets.
Okay. And are these, I mean, I don't have any idea. Are these like nylon jerseys, like durable things that are going to last at the schools for a couple years, or are these cotton, or what are these?
Yes, they are. I don't know if they are cotton, but yeah, they are cotton like,
Uh-huh.
and they are very durable. The schools will keep them for years. So what happened is that each school is going to get 2 sets, meaning there's. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So what happened is that after the school team uses the JC for games, what happens in our schools is that they usually would wash them and return them to the sports office,
Uh-huh.
and they will be used over time.
Okay. So
Yes. So
so we'll so I guess is what we should do is essentially give the jerseys to the sports office so that the children get them from the sports office and they know that's where they get returned to and they're not theirs.
yes,
Okay.
that's what is usually done.
Okay, great. Great.
So it's about 64 jerseys we're talking about.
Or
Yeah,
there
I think
12 on a
a
team?
set is about 15. So that's more than 64.
Ah,
Okay,
15.
so
So
eight times 15.
Yeah.
that's 120. Oh, I'm wrong. Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 120.
Okay.
So each of the four schools, so two upper primary schools, each school gets 30 sets, 30 pieces of JC. And then the two junior high schools, each of them will also get 30 pieces of JC.
Okay. And
Now,
what the president is trying to figure out, I think, is how much each jersey is so that we can then see if maybe this is something we should bring from the US because uh
okay.
we're so let's get the total count down. How many jerseys are there that we're buying? 15 times
8.
8.
eight.
So
Yes,
that's
120.
120.
120. So then we have a price on the budget of
Oh,
$1,230 divided by yeah 12 12 $1,230 divided by 120 or $10 a jersey.
okay.
Does that sound right, Salam?
Yes, yeah, I'm not on the budget now, but I think that is it. So
It's
if it is
okay.
12
It's
times, we
okay.
have 120. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because let's see. So then if you did, there's a this we needed like a 15-piece set. Presidente's looking
They
on
don't.
Amazon really quick.
Just wondering if it's cheaper for us to bring them.
Yeah.
They don't. They come. They don't come in like 15. They come in like 12 or 24. Uh,
Well, if you had 12, I don't think that's enough player. That's nobody on the bench, right?
well, no, you take
Yeah.
anybody off the bench.
Yeah. So let's just say 30. Yeah, here we're looking at uh these are not I don't think these are good quality.
Bestseller.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so click it again.
Oh yeah, 4.5 stars.
Okay, so how much of this is $24? This is for 12. These are $2 a piece.
Okay.
So
They're like a mesh,
this is like a
breathable.
in the US we call them pennies. You know what I mean by that? Or it's like you throw it over your shirt and it's a color. Does that make sense?
Um.
It's like open in the front. It's like a vest, a very lightweight vest that's a solid color, and you put it over your regular shirt, and then when you're done, you just take it off.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I
So it's
haven't
like,
seen. Uh, I haven't seen them, so
okay,
I've not seen
President,
them.
President might drop it in and see if you think.
It's a link. I don't know how to get the picture
Just
of
do a
it.
snapshot of it.
Okay.
Do a screenshot of the whole thing, including the price. This says, oh, they do call them pennies
Mm-hmm.
here. Okay.
Pennies.
She'll drop this and see if you think this is something that would be desirable or not. Because
Okay.
this means basically uh, $2 $2 each. That's only $240.
If you want ones with numbers, they do have ones with numbers as well. They are a little more expensive, about $15 more for the numbers.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Maybe send one of those pictures. I don't know. Are you able to see those, Salam?
Yes, yes. I'm looking at them now.
Okay.
okay.
This would save like 990 US. But I don't know if it. I mean,
Okay.
they have many reviews, and they're said they're good quality.
Okay. Um,
Here,
These are
I
options.
haven't.
here's another one that has the. Sorry, President. Here,
This is another option to have numbers on them. I don't know if that's important or not. So that's another option there.
can you get a picture of what they
Okay.
Didn't see it. I didn't have them.
Okay. That's a little.
look like?
So
So
probably this might work or it may not. I don't want to make conclusive statements on it. Since Ben is leading this particular project, I want to hear from him, and also maybe he might have, maybe his students might have even used something like this or not. I don't know.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Okay, and that's just another picture of them with
Them
the
with them
jerseys
on.
on, so you can get
right.
So you
an
see how
idea.
it just is it just goes over your regular shirt, and then you take it off, and you can even use it for subs if you want it. Or I mean, at this price, we could literally buy twice as many jerseys and still save 500 US.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, I think they're very common because they're lightweight and they're cool, and they just go over your regular clothes. It's not, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll wait to hear from Ben.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's okay because we're not ready to approve this budget anyhow. We got to get Haley's stuff on. Now the question that I have is this this
Well, that's
poses
all the questions I had on the budget. Everything else looks good. Let's figure out the jerseys. I've got to add my stuff. Warihana has to add her things.
right. But I
So,
have
okay.
one tricky question that I wish Ben was here for as well, but maybe he'll listen and hear and have comments. But number one is Haley was asking, and Salam and Warhana, please put your board of director hats on and finance and compliance and all those good things on because uh, Haley was asking, let's say she puts into this budget 100 US dollars for paper. If she puts it on this project, is Ben going to pay her USDC?
Haley's not purchasing anything herself.
Okay, so then this is the question of so okay, one route is we treat Haley as if she's in Ghana and she puts $100 there. The president approves it. The money all goes to Ben. Ben divvies it out through purchase invoices. She submits the receipt and gets the $100 and brings the paper. Now, if she doesn't do that, and let's take the case where
I'm buying it
or you're buying it,
with the foundation card.
that's where it's going to get messy.
Okay.
Or if Luke is going to purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
If Luke purchases it, it ends up on our credit card. In which case, if it lands on our credit card for the foundation, there will need to be the in-kind donation process done, which is essentially a grant given to. There will need to be. So Ben and I worked through this process of um, how to move assets that are purchased, like the truck, for example, from the foundation to Give Basic Needs Ghana. And is what we said was that needed to be handled the same way that Dr. Kwaku did the test kits, in that it was considered a sales invoice or a grant from an individual. This would be a grant from the foundation, an in-kind donation to Give Basic Needs Ghana. So there would need to be a sales invoice created by Ben requesting the donation, or maybe no, there would be a purchase invoice, because let's just say Luke buys it, because you make it a little bit more complicated even if you do President. If Luke purchases it on Haley's behalf and Luke says, I'm going to bring the papers, he creates a purchase invoice. The purchase invoice gets paid with the credit card from the foundation. Now there has to be a sales invoice created by Give Basic Needs Ghana requesting that asset. And then the foundation will transfer that at a specific value of $100 to the foundation. Am I making any sense? So that's kind of what we did with the truck. I was able to learn through my discussions about balancing the books and things. I was able to transfer the truck, even though it was paid for by the foundation, to Give Basic Needs Ghana with a journal entry. And so we could do that same thing with this paper as a donation. But the same is going to be true with the happy plugs, the units that I've built for power supply in the health hubs.
And the jerseys if we buy them.
And the jerseys if we buy them, right? So the question is, how do we move funds? They have to be moved as sales invoices, I believe, just like Dr. Kwaku. That's our running example, or the truck. It has to be journaled over, and it's considered a grant from the foundation to Give Basic Needs Ghana. Does that make sense if you put on your compliance hat? Salam, go first for us, please.
Okay, so I think that the president is the president of Give Basic Needs Ghana as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think since we can still go through the normal procedure of having let's use the JC for example, assuming the president is buying them.
Yes.
We can still go through the same procedure of uh, including it in the budget, just like I've done, and have the Presdo raise a purchase invoice in the name of Give Basic Needs. Ben generates a sales invoice to the foundation. The foundation pays to Ben, and Ben would have to then pay the Presdo to make those purchases. But in that case,
in
the Presdo
USDC, yeah?
in USDC, yes. And the Presdo will be the supplier or whichever supplier, but under Give Basic Needs Ghana as the company. I think that will make it easier.
But
because
the problem that we have is well, so I guess you're saying that if she's going to buy the jersey, she has to wait for the USDC distribution from the project, and then she has to use her personal card, not the foundation card.
Yes.
But and so the other way would be for her to use the foundation card. The transaction will be on the foundation books, and then we just essentially gift it as a grant to Give Basic Needs.
To Give Basic Needs, yes. So that is also another way.
And I think that makes it simpler, because when we purchase things here in the US, it's, well, in the US, I think Well, it's going to get harder as we move towards GT Bank, because in the future I'll be wiring US dollars over, and Ben will only be able to pay the Presidio in CD, and she can't buy anything in CD. So I think it's better if we go the gifting route where she spends her dollars here for the foundation, just like we did for the truck, and then we gift it to the Give Basic Needs Ghana.
Yeah, I think that route will make it easier.
Yeah, just as Dr. Kwaku did, right? I mean, it's the same. If we look at that example, the Presidio would be doing the same thing with the jerseys as Dr. Kwaku did with the test kits.
Yeah.
She would be buying them just like he bought the test kits, then gifting them to Give Basic Needs Ghana.
Yes.
The gift would just come from the foundation, not her as an individual, because it went on the card. Warihana, you looks like you agree with that? Yeah. Okay, so that's how we'll do it then. If we were to buy the jerseys or the papers, it doesn't matter who does it. It's just that if it's going to land on the financials of the foundation, it has to be gifted. It has to go through the gifting process, as opposed to the requesting. Instead of the reimbursement from Ben process, I guess we'll say. Okay, I think we figured that out. So if you were to buy the jerseys or the paper, it should be done on the card.
Personal card.
No.
Okay.
The foundation card,
Okay.
and then the foundation will gift it to Give Basic Needs Ghana. Is that what we're all saying? Okay.
Yes.
Salam agrees. Okay, good. And Warhan agrees. Great. Okay, so
Okay.
I think Ben will agree as well.
We'll wait to hear back from Ben regarding the jerseys, what he thinks. I will look at the paper and get that added on there as well. And then this budget, and then Warhana will add her items.
Yep.
And then we'll review the budget again.
Yeah, then we'll review the budget, probably a one-on-one, so that we can get going.
Yeah, for sure.
And that where there's questions, the president will just talk one-on-one to everybody, and then we'll be able to move forward.
Okay. Perfect. Let's see. Now back to project 79. Can you give us an update?
I'm sorry. Before we move on, I'll be clear. Project number 80 is at milestone 1. It has not been approved, and we're working on the budget.
I believe it's milestone 2.
I think it's 1 because 2, I believe, is a sales invoice.
Budget review.
Oh, the project is created is 1?
Yes. And now foundation executes review to Give Basic Needs project and budget. So that's what.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, so it's at.
I checked it right before the meeting, so that's why.
Well, yeah, it's either technically.
We're reviewing the budget.
Yeah, we're reviewing and modifying the budget still. Yeah, so it's at 2. Perfect.
Okay. And project 79. Salam, will you give us an update?
You might be muted, Salam.
I didn't hear that.
I'm
sorry. Yes, if you could
I lost you.
If you could just give an update on project 79.
Yes. So on project 79, I have a supplier for all the medical related items.
Wow.
So
that's amazing. Excellent work, Salam.
So I made Ben created the supplier, and so I broke down the purchase invoices into 2. One in the name of the supplier for all the medical related items, and one in my name for the items that we are getting on the field, i.e., we are renting chairs, we are renting canopies, we are renting a bus to convey the volunteers, food for the volunteers, stipend. Yeah, so though when it comes to food, for instance, when we get to the ground, we may have maybe one or two um, vendors we can get food from, either from the local market or maybe a more organized restaurant that we can get a receipt. Uh, with the rentals as well, uh, we may be able to procure. So I've indicated in the remarks on the purchase invoice that these items as well, I would make effort to obtain receipts where possible for all the other items. But with the medical related items, the supplier is going to give us a receipt that will capture everything we buy.
That's great. And so Salam, I didn't look at that purchase invoice or anything. Were you is this going to be likely a future supplier of all of our medical supplies going forward, or do they just supply like the hepatitis B vaccinations?
Yeah, I am looking forward to maybe having Kalifa's as
Sorry, Salam.
future supplier
Sorry, Salam, you broke
of.
up.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Sorry, you broke up. I think you're breaking up. We might have lost Salam.
Here's one purchase invoice.
It has all those. Oh, I just wanted to see the medical one.
Yes, this is one of them.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you
I
hear me
think.
now?
Yeah, I think you're back now.
Okay. The network keep jamming. So yes, I'm looking forward to maybe having Kalifa's as our um supplier going forward. It's an Indian company,
Mm-hmm.
but they have a distributor in Tamale who is a local guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just that for certain medical equipments or supplies, because it's an international company, they have a chain of supply. You have to request ahead. So,
Uh-huh.
for instance, the privacy screens.
Uh-huh.
Um, I when I spoke with him yesterday, he asked for a week to deliver, which I think is still within our time.
Sure.
Yes, and so I want to see how this goes. They were the company that gave us some medication for malaria, I think
Mm-hmm.
last year,
Great.
as a donation, and that was when they had just moved into the region. So
Nice.
so I believe that my experience with them this time around would inform if we can rely on them fully going forward.
Yeah.
And also, because the distributor is from here, I believe he also understand our system and medical needs very well. So sometimes I am sure he can even help. And he's also part of the people researching for the typhoid conjugate vaccines for us.
Ah, great.
Yes. So he got one, but I told him it was too expensive. He got one that he said was going for 1,000 cedis, and I
Wow.
told him that was too expensive. He should keep looking.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that is where we are.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And
that's
so
uh
I
that's
wanted,
great.
yes. So on the second purchase invoice for project 79, I saw a comment that Ben said he wanted to discuss that purchase invoice in the meeting before he pays. So I was hoping that he'll be here so that we can have that conversation. but hopefully he will listen to this discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Was that the which one was that, Salam? The purchase invoice 55?
No, the purchase invoice for project 79.
Oh, sorry. There,
There's two
I was
different.
referring to the purchase invoice number.
There's one that's
Oh,
paid
okay.
and there's a
Oh, the
draft.
one that is not paid.
Aha,
Okay.
the draft.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he can discuss that or look at that. However, yeah,
Okay.
when he
Okay.
joins. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Excellent work on getting the vaccines, the hepatitis vaccines.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great work, Salam. Thank
Very
you so
good.
much.
Let's see. Okay, so we have follow up with Ben on project 79.
Yep,
Got
Salam's gonna
that.
do that, or Ben's gonna do that with us, one of the two. And then the
Okay.
other project is 81.
81. Any updates for project 81?
Sorry, backing up. So, uh, uh, project 79 is currently in what milestone?
One.
No, no, 79.
No, it's
79
79
is
is
fully full. It's in
it's fully approved.
We have the other
Let
purchase
me.
invoice.
No, we don't worry about the purchase invoices here. That's all Ben.
Okay.
So we're currently at milestone number 9.
6. Okay, 9. Yeah,
Yeah, nine because the payment has been processed,
it's being made.
the grant's been given, and Ben has the money to execute.
Two purchase invoices.
No, yeah, but the purchase invoice that's referenced is only on the foundation side, and that's been taken care of.
Okay.
So Ben must have sent you already for the one purchase invoice. Yes, Salam?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's all Ben. So that's all on the give basic needs side of the house. This is why we're in milestone 9,
Okay.
is because these are for the give basic needs Ghana organization, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for that clarification. I just want to make it clear because it will get confusing if we say purchase invoice. We need to know if we just state the milestone, everyone will know. So that's great. Now we're on project 81, which is also in 9, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And how is that project going?
Yes, so I have been able to that one too. I've been able to get a local supplier of the big pots at Gushegu, who is giving us the same price we got from Tamale here.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so that makes it easier because I was thinking of how to convey them because I had originally planned that once when I procure those pots and the stoves in Tamale, I'll convey them to Gushegu district with the pickup. But we got to realize that because they are of the same size,
Mm-hmm.
they won't fit in on each other.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
And they are very big. So I'll not be able to load them onto the pickup.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay.
fortunately, I've been talking to a number of blacksmiths, and this evening one just confirmed to me that he can supply right inside Gushegu. So
Great.
it means the logistics will just be to move them from Gushegu to the 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 grounds
Mm-hmm.
or the community where the event will be taking place. And also, um, there's also a dealer, a dealer in local rice, locally processed rice
Uh-huh.
in Gushegu. So I've contacted him for 30 bags
Uh-huh.
of 50 kg rice, and he also promised that he will get back to me tomorrow with that quantity. He will get back to confirm if he can supply that quantity. But if he doesn't have all in stock, he would arrange that for me. So I'm trying with Project 81 to get the supplies as much as possible from the local community. I mean,
Beautiful.
close to the community, if not from the community inside.
Yeah.
that's
And
great.
this is because I want to engage. So I have begun putting together some ground teams and I want to engage them in these procurement exercises so that they'll get familiar with um, activities leading to the major event day to secure their full commitment because of the time left. It's not easy to recruit someone within a week and then trust them to do a good job in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for
So,
sure, for sure, for sure.
Fair.
yes.
Yeah, that's
So I
great.
am
That's
meeting
great.
them in this process as much as I can.
Yeah, that's great. And to be able to supply, put you're literally putting the dollars into the hands of members of the community, which is very, very powerful in and of itself,
Yes.
because that
Yes.
provides more jobs, that provides more everything in remote areas as opposed to in the cities.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So that is where I am with Project 81 as well.
great.
Okay. Perfect.
Very good. Excellent work.
Yeah. It's wanted to share too the Thierry family that are coming along with us. We've been, as you've seen, we've been putting the updates in WhatsApp with each project once it's funded, so they can kind of see everything and read everything. And it's nice because he made the comment last night that he was going through the budget, basically and explaining to the kids item by item and line by line, like, okay, this is what we're going to be seeing, this is what, they're buying syringes for this and stuff like that. So that's it's excellent.
Yeah,
Very cool.
really good. Very, very good.
Yes.
Great. Now
Okay.
on to Warihana's projects.
Yes. Update from you, Warihana, please.
So which projects are we talking about? Do we have a list of them or not yet?
Well, she has some great stuff too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the business cards,
Uh-huh.
I've also gotten a printer that I usually work with
Uh-huh.
to do the work for me. So he even shared an invoice, and that was what I attached to my PI, my previous PI.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so once we make payment to him, then he'll start work immediately because we already have the designs.
Great. And so this was one of the things that came up, Warihana, is that in the case that he shares, the supplier shares an invoice with you,
Okay.
or you have two options, I guess. Um, you can attach that purchase invoice to your I'm sorry, you can attach that quote, I guess it's called, to the purchase invoice as you stated, and Ben can do one of two things. Ben can either pay you and you pay him, or what actually is better is if Ben can pay the individual directly and then you just pick up the product when he says, I've received the funds.
Sometimes these suppliers, just to make sure that they actually do your work, we usually don't pay them everything.
Uh-huh.
We give them a percentage, and
Yeah.
then once the work is delivered, then you pay the rest. So if Ben pays it to me, then I would send a percentage to him,
Yeah.
and then whenever it's done, I'll just send the rest of the money to him.
I think that's perfect. So you would be the supplier and attach this invoice to your purchase invoice, and Ben would, like you said, pay you, and then you would pay them. So I think that's good. I just wanted to share that there's going to be opportunities in the future that if you don't want to get in the way because the transaction is large or whatever, that Ben can make those payments in the future directly to the suppliers as needed.
Okay.
But I think this is the right way to handle this one for sure. Great work.
All right, thank you. And so the cars, we are just waiting for funds, and then we can kickstart with that.
Okay.
On the bags as well, I got a local seamstress whom I've also used in the past. She's very good, and she gave me the estimate that I shared with Salam, and she added it. He added it to Project 80.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's also just waiting for an initial payment so that she can purchase some of the fabrics and start work. And then once she's done, we'll pay her the rest of the money.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that is nice again because we're dealing with small suppliers, not big corporations, and providing jobs and work to individuals. So that's beautiful. Great work on that.
Right. I mean, it's actually a great opportunity for that seamstress that I'll be using, because these seamstresses, their job is usually seasonal in a sense that during Salah, then they get a lot of work to do.
Uh-huh.
And then after Salah, they are basically idling. So
Uh-huh.
if you give them work to do, then of course we are providing a source of livelihood for them. So yeah, I'm happy we're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
I agree. I agree. And I think that this is, that both your case and Salam's case, I think these are perfect examples to write up and put in our grants. That we are creating local jobs this way, and we are having an economical impact. And I don't know which SDG that is, but it's definitely the economic opportunity one. I don't have those numbers memorized yet, but
Yeah.
but very, very good. Excellent work. Excellent work.
Very nice.
So
Uh,
on the, oh, Salam has a comment.
Oh,
no, no,
sorry.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no. I just wanted to say that's a local economic development.
Yeah, that's local
You know,
economic
I'm
development.
consulting. I'm consulting for a World Bank project that is working on enhancing local economic development,
Uh-huh.
and so I these activities align so well with what they are doing. So I was just telling Warihana when she called about the bags that um, I've seen that our organization would have been best aligned for most World Bank sponsorships, if not for the fact that other NGOs in the past have duped them, and now they've decided that they will only implement their projects through government agencies. After all, the government cannot run away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
but
funny.
we're actually
That's
doing something very good.
yeah, very, very good. I very good. Well put, Salam. Well put.
yeah. So on the trademark, I have
Mhm.
gotten a lawyer that I now want to work with.
Okay, great.
I feel like she really understands what we are trying to do,
Uh-huh.
and she even spoke to someone at the Registrar General,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm supposed to speak to her this evening or tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
so that I can share the entire cost with you. So her fee, and
Mm-hmm.
then the various costs that we'll pay to the Registrar General.
Okay.
But one thing that she mentioned that I just want to bring up is when we initiate the registration process,
Mm-hmm.
it takes up to 18 months for the
Okay.
registrations to complete.
Okay.
That is in a case. So when we initiate the registration, they are going to publicize it that this organization is copywriting or trademarking this. And if, let's say, I also have an organization called Give Basic Needs, and
Uh-huh.
then Give Basic is trying to trademark Give Basic Needs, then I can contest that claim.
Right.
So when that comes up, the lawyer is going to handle all these for us.
Oh, great.
And when that comes up, it could take up to 18 months to resolve all conflicts.
Okay.
And that the registration can take up to 11 months without any issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, great. And so, Warahana, is what I'd like you to do is that I believe there is a trademark project already, correct?
Yes.
So you can just, when you get those numbers, what you should do is just go into the project, pick a
Okay.
category like branding, and
Okay.
and put those line items in there in as much detail as you can, and then
Okay.
that will be the budget that gets approved and signed off on, and then Ben will begin to sign off on that and have that work done through you.
Okay. All right. Sounds great.
Yeah. And I think my last question is, and one thing that I want to make sure that we're doing is that um, is that this is an international trademark that's established in the country of Ghana. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So we'll essentially be protected, and we can take it to Mexico if we go to Mexico, or Costa Rica, or anywhere, another African country, anywhere.
Yes, that's why they are. In fact, they are very expensive. So it doesn't even make sense that it's going to cover only Ghana. I didn't know trademarks were that expensive. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the brand protection is very it's a very important part of what we do though. So yeah, so if you want to put those numbers in the budget, I think that's the way to do it with our new process, and we'll wait until we get that budget approved, and as soon as we do, we'll execute.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Sounds great.
Great work on that, and
Yeah.
great work
So
finding someone that we can work with. Go.
Salam.
yes, I have a question. I thought that for this trademark, Colosi Family Foundation is the applicant. So
Yeah.
is it not best that she rather create the project under Colosi Family Foundation, and then once it's approved, the purchase invoice should pass the same way and have the foundation pay instead of passing through give basic needs like the
Yeah.
burn sales invoice process. This should just be a straightforward transaction from the Colosi Family Foundation. Because at the end of the day, Colosi Family Foundation is the one to own the trademark,
Yes.
and the transaction will sit on the foundation's books, and give basic needs Ghana is just a license, how do you guys call it? Uh,
Licensor. A licensor.
a licensee. Yeah.
Licensee. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know if that makes sense.
I completely agree with that, and thank you for pointing that out, and I totally agree with that, that that's the way it should be done. Warihana, you agree? So I guess the thing you need to make sure is that the current project is under the company the foundation, Clusi Family Foundation.
Yeah.
Great. And I'm sorry, Warahana, could you just confirm it is?
Copyright.
Okay, let me check right now and see.
Yeah, let's just to make sure that we have to know if we have to recreate it or not. Because Salam, you bring up an excellent point, and thanks for keeping us in line.
So it's under the Colosi Family Foundation.
Oh, perfect. So Warahana, is what will happen, I guess, is when it comes time. Now, in this case, you will be creating purchase invoices. You still need to do the budget
Okay.
and all of that to get it approved. But once it's approved, you'll be creating purchase invoices directly to the Clusi Family Foundation, and I'll be sending USDC to you to execute. Does that sound okay?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. Great. Perfect.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I've worked on the landing page for Hub One.
Uh-huh.
Should I show you now, or should I just share the link on our group for feedback?
Yeah, since Salam is on audio, we'll just go there. It's just hub1
Yeah.
.givebasicneeds.org. That's all.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll go there now, and then we'll
Okay.
be able to see it.
Okay. So when you open it, let me know so that I'll just walk you through
Okay.
what I was thinking when I put this together.
Hub1.
Oh, I did. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We're getting there.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
hub1.givebasicneeds.org.
Okay. Are you there now?
Yes, we are.
Okay, great. So when you look at the hero section, you see an image of a nurse.
Uh-huh.
So the idea is to take an image like that of the RN lead
Yes.
and put it there.
It's beautiful. I love the way that it's laid out, and it's different yet very familiar and comforting. Yeah, I think it's perfect and exactly what I envisioned actually.
That's great.
Yeah. And then when you look just below,
Mm-hmm.
we can put one of two things there. One being the sponsors of the hub. So
Mm-hmm.
we could put, I don't know if we're going to put Give Basic Needs and the Colusi Family Foundation there, and then any other sponsors that we may get,
Mm-hmm.
or we can list the logos of the various health insurances that will be accepted at the hub.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How many Warhana or Salam, whoever knows, how many insurances would we accept? I don't know. Are there a lot or are there just a two or one or I don't know.
There are actually quite a number in Ghana. We
Okay.
have the government insurance, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have the private insurances.
Mm-hmm.
So the government one is the nationwide,
Mm-hmm.
and then the private ones we have quite a number. So, for instance, we have which one is that? Uh, Let me just get them from this hospital. So
Mm-hmm.
there's this private hospital in Tamale here that is doing very, very well.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, and they accept insurances from most of the insurance providers. So, for example, we have my life insurance.
Uh-huh.
Um, we have um, okay, sorry, we have Acacia Health Insurance.
Uh-huh.
We have Ace Medical Insurance. We have Apex. We have Cosmopolitans. We have Equity Health.
Uh-huh.
We have HIC. We have Nationwide, Phoenix, Premier, Star Health.
Wow.
You know, there are
Yeah,
quite a
so
number. We have to
so this
decide once.
yeah, so this could definitely be something where it's worth putting down there. My only concern though, and I can't remember how it works,
Mhm.
and the burden that it would put on the RN lead to go ahead and bill these insurance companies. How does that work? Like if I have Ace Insurance and I show up
Mhm.
at the hub and I get my vitals taken and consultation, the insurance would let's say that's covered by the insurance. How does the RN lead then bill to ACE? They just how does that work? Like, and how hard is it?
So each insurance has a unique number.
Uh-huh.
So they use that unique number and then bill the insurance provider.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can take some time before they get paid by the insurance providers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I quite remember. I think in one of our discussions, we brought up the fact that most people have their government insurance,
Right.
and uh, we are not too sure if they will be willing to pay cash even though they hold the government insurances.
Uh-huh.
So we wanted to be able to still take the insurance, and then we would either, so we were talking about two ways. We would either take it upon us to get paid by the insurance
Mm-hmm.
for the services, or we could give the RN lease a leeway. So maybe 3 months just
Mm-hmm.
to get enough time to get paid so that they can pay us
Right.
for the price that we give them.
And so yeah, and so this is I guess the question that I see is will and I think because you define two different approaches, we essentially bill on their behalf and collect, or
Mm-hmm.
they bill and collect. And so the question that I have, and this obviously is to Salam as well, is do we want to say all health hubs except no, my first question is who makes the decision of what insurance is accepted? It's their company. It's the RN leads. They're the entrepreneur. so they can decide if it's maybe too hard to bill or they have to wait too long for ACE insurance to pay them. Maybe they don't want to accept that. Is that the decision of the hub or and the RN entrepreneur, or is that a decision we're going to make for them? What insurance is accepted at the hub, and what kind of impact will that have? What do you think, Warihana?
With that, most of the, these people are just starting being entrepreneurs. So most of these things, to even get the connections established, I think Salam might have to help with that.
Mm-hmm.
And whichever one we're able to build that relationship with, you can't just accept any insurance when you don't have, let's say, a contract with that insurance.
Uh-huh.
If you have a hospital, you need to have some sort of contract with the insurance provider. So depending on the ones that we're able to have that agreement with, then we can accept as many as possible. But then for the communities that we are targeting, most of them use the government insurance.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so, Salam, how do you feel about that? Whose decision is it? Is it our decision on which insurances are accepted, or is that the RN entrepreneur?
I think it will be a decision for both of us to make. When I say both of us, I mean we from the Give Basic D side and then the RNs.
Mm-hmm.
But however, the private insurances Warihana was mentioning are mostly operated in the cities, and even in the cities, not all health facilities accept them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, some of these health facilities that accept these private insurances are actually very expensive
Mm-hmm.
private owned hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go down to the smaller towns, the villages, the districts capitals, the insurance everybody holds is the National Health Insurance by the government of Ghana. And the government has always advocated and kept intensifying advocacy for every Ghanaian to hold the National Health Insurance as a drive towards the national free healthcare.
Uh-huh.
And the reason is that most times people die of malaria just because they cannot afford even as low as $10 for malaria medication.
Mm-hmm.
So if you operate a facility in any remote community and you do not accept health insurance, you one thing you can be sure of is that your turnover will be very low, because the people will prefer to travel even miles away to a facility that will accept health insurance,
Mm-hmm.
because one, because they cannot afford, two, because they think they may be able to get some basic services for free.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the health insurance, the government health insurance, do not cover most medications.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, the people again understands this. So it is very common that you go to the even a teaching hospital, and after being diagnosed and all of that, the doctor recommends medications for you to go out to a private pharmacy to go and get,
Mm-hmm.
because they do not have most of these medications covered by the health insurance, and so they are not usually present at the hospitals. So I think that the hubs would have to roll on the national health insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and our district of operation. I spoke with the health director, like I said the other time,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him we would either in person when meet him in person when you are in Ghana.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think that so I think Warahana, I think to answer your question, I think each of the health hubs will definitely accept the national health insurance because that's highly desirable. So I don't know if we should put all of the health in, I don't think we should accept more than the national one at this point. So putting just that we do offer that insurance, we do accept that insurance, I think is important to have that on the page, but I don't think it goes underneath the hero image. Does that make sense? And do you agree?
Okay, so that section would be used for something else, or it should be taken out entirely.
Yeah, no, I think we should use it for something else. I don't know what.
Hello.
Yeah, we could put the sponsored or the finance.
I'm sorry, Warihana, you're breaking up.
Hello.
Yeah.
Salam, we can hear you.
After you have built your facility, inspect it, and then sign you onto the national health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we will plan on doing is one insurance initially, the national health insurance, and then the rest will be cash pay. But then Warihana, do you want to go back to what should be down below there? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the options. You broke up.
Yes. So the second option was for us to put the logos of, let's say, the financiers of the hub. So we could look at basic needs, we could look at the Policy Family Foundation, and any grantor or donor
Yes.
that gives money to help in setting up the hubs.
Yes.
So
I think that I think that that's really good. And I think that while it might be the ACT Foundation or the Calusi Family Foundation or whomever it might be, I think that's a great place for them to be highlighted. And it could even be like the pharmacy wholesaler that Salam is working with. They may want to sponsor us and put their name on the hub.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, a great spot to put that information on. For sure.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So when we come down, is the services.
Nice.
So there's general consultation, malaria testing and treatments, blood pressure and diabetes checks, maternal and child services, vaccinations and preventive care, and health education.
I love it.
Very good.
Excellent. It looks excellent. Very professional, very simple, very straightforward.
And then this button is going to redirect you to the donate page on Give Basic Needs.
I love it.
Perfect.
When we come here, it's a little about the hub. So here I just put something.
Yeah.
So Zoeres Health Hub. We are still to decide on how we will name the hubs.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that because with the RN entrepreneur having their name on it like that, I think it should be a sense of pride.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's located in Nacham. Was established by Give Basic Needs as part of the Northern Health Shield initiative.
Perfect.
Designed to bring healthcare closer to underserved communities. Guided by our mission to reduce suffering and amplify happiness, and our motto, Small Acts, Big Happy, we focus on delivering practical, community-based solutions that improve everyday lives.
Beautiful.
Hub is intended to serve the people of Nacham and the surrounding communities by providing accessible, affordable, and reliable healthcare close to home. By reducing long travel times and enabling early diagnosis and treatment, the hub prevents illness, improves health outcomes, and supports overall community well-being.
Perfect.
Through this initiative, Give Basic Needs is building sustainable healthcare systems that combine local expertise with structured support, ensuring continuous access to essential medical services. So here,
yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So here we can have an image of, let's say, patients sitting at the hub.
Yeah.
Like a picture of something going on at the hub.
Yes. Yeah.
And then since we've spoken a bit about Give Basic Needs here, this button will redirect you to the Give Basic Needs website so that you can learn more about Give Basic Needs.
Yes.
This section, in fact, whoever is treating me, I want to know that you are actually qualified to teach me, to treat. So this section is dedicated to speaking about the RN lead, their expertise. So here it says Zuera, a trained registered nurse, leads this hub with a strong commitment to deliver. Okay. Grandma is calling. What's grandma? So yeah, so here it speaks to the expertise of Zuera, the school that she attended, and if possibly, if she hasn't really worked at any hospital, I know they do something like core medicals, where on break they go to hospitals just to understudy some of the nurses. Yeah, we could list some of those hospitals here just to speak to her expertise.
I agree.
And,
Very nice.
and then this button is going to bring out like a, so if I did this on my phone, it will just call, pick the number and call. So here we're going to put that specific hub number here.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so the next section is on the location of the hub. So we have a short map here, and then when you scroll down, we have the phone number, we have the email, we have the location and then opening hours, and then a form here. But this form, this form, I was wondering if we should use the form from Smiley, or we should just leave it as a local form to the website.
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think it should be from Smiley, or it should just go directly to the email, whichever way you want to do it. I think it should go through Smiley if we can, because that will help justify our number of contacts
Okay.
at the hub itself.
Because I noticed that there's one form that we use pretty much everywhere from Smiley. It's on the website, it's on the foundation.
Yeah. And we can customize that too to go specifically to the hub. It'll just be created as a contact or a message within Smiley that then we can give that as the help as they log in to do their ordering or whatever. They'll be able to check their messages.
Okay. All right, that would be great.
Yeah.
And then when we come down here, we speak about affordable care and how we accept health insurance. So here I'll be specific and state that we accept the government health insurance. And there's a support button here as well that will take you to the donate page.
Yes.
And then when we take pictures, I'll just add a short gallery here, below here. Yeah. So when we look at the menu, it's a landing page. So this is the home. This takes you to the services section. And this takes you to the about. This takes you to the contact. This is going to redirect you to the donate page on Give Basic Needs. And then this is the phone number of the hub.
It's absolutely perfect, Warihana.
That is great. Yeah, really great. Wonderful.
Thank you. I'm just smiling here.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I envisioned. The logos, the layout, the simplicity, and the way that it all ties back to Give Basic Needs website, even for things like donations. So should someone come across it, they can easily know how this is happening in Natchem, like who's really doing this. I think that's critical, and I think I think it's absolutely perfect.
I like how when you click across the menu on top, it's the same page. Like it doesn't open a new link or a new tab or anything like that. It just scrolls the page and stuff. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect, and I think that the fact that even the way you used the Give Health logo in the upper left hand corner that's going to be painted on the building, All of these
Mm-hmm.
things tie back and all build and enhance our brand. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's perfect. And with the sponsorship of the logo of on the bottom there of the hero
Mhm.
page, I think it sets individuals up in the community even who may have a little bit more to donate, sets
Right.
them up to be able to be a sponsor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's perfect. Yeah. I think
All right.
what we have to do now is we need to get Zwara to look at it and apply. I don't know if she's applied
Hmm.
for the position. Salam, do you know if she has applied?
No, I unless I confirm from her.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I think she left a comment last week or so that she was going to apply on one of our Discord channels. So
Okay.
I'll find out if she has applied.
Yeah, great, great. Yeah, I think that we need President is going to look now at leads uh, and see it's I don't know where it's not leads. You need to go to job opening list, then pick the up, yeah, and now
Oh,
job
there's
applicants.
22.
22 applicants we have. Holy crap!
All right.
I didn't
Whoa.
realize that.
No, I didn't.
Wow, that's
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
So one thing that we should do, Salam, is while we are there, we should interview and pick the RN entrepreneur for hubs 1 and 2 with Warihana's help. To create an interview team after the travel is done at the office. I think one of the things that we should do in the couple weeks that we stay there is go through an interview process with these individuals. How do you feel about that, Salam?
Yes, I think that's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
to
great.
personally interview them.
Yeah, personally interview them. Kind of what we would call first or maybe even second round interviews. Maybe the first one is just a call, and second round is more since we have so many. I don't know. Warhana, how do you feel about that and being part of the interview process, helping us to execute that in the office after the travel is completed?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. So
Okay,
the
great.
first round to establish the initial connection, and
Hmm.
then the second stage. Yeah, we have a lot of applicants. I didn't know we got that many, but it's
Yeah,
good.
I didn't either.
I
is is good. Now my next question is, first of all, is Zoar in there?
um I do not see the
Is it
name.
is it is it expanded all the way? Yeah.
Under, yeah. I have a filter, but I don't know what that filter's for.
Click it off. Oh no, it's
For
for
the
that job.
for the nurse. Okay.
So the last one was a week or two. I guess we have between 1 and 3 weeks ago
Yeah. The first one was 3 weeks, and most of them came in a week ago, which I think was
when
the
the
post.
post went out.
I think.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So once we confirm Zoara's in here, as she's one of our top candidates because she's been involved in Discord, etc., do we want to close this application process? What do you think,
So
Salam?
I think we shouldn't close it yet. Maybe until we start the interviews, so
Uh
that
huh.
Yeah.
then we can close it from there. And it's good that we are going to interview everyone.
Uh huh.
Um, those who will not make it to being selected as our RNs, we can give them a volunteer opportunity,
Uh huh.
or even grade them such that if the RNs ever need more hands,
Uh
they can
huh.
fall on those
Yeah.
people.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. I think that that's
That's
good
good.
because there is a way to rate individuals based on their qualifications or whatever within the tool. There's a star level applicant rating us. It's a 5-star rating or whatever, and so we could agree to set those after each of the interviews, and then as you said, that gives us a pool of individuals not only for other opportunities like giving events or medical events in the future, but also a pool of people to pull from with regards to the RN needing assistance, etc. So we'll leave it open until we should have a formal close date, I think, because otherwise, if we get 20 more, what will we do? Have 40 interviews? And I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can go quick, 15-minute interviews, 20-minute interviews. How do we do that?
Definitely don't want to rush the interviews with the medical position and stuff too.
Right.
And I think we had talked about before who was in certain parts of the interviews. I don't believe Salam was involved in all of it.
Oh, right, because he didn't want to be directly associated with the choosing.
Right. So it's going to be myself, Warihana, Ben,
myself,
and you to do the formal, if you will, interviews and stuff like that.
Which I think the goal of the interview is essentially, if I'm right, is Warihana. I would say the goal is to give them an applicant rating. Just literally pick how many stars they get. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Right now?
No. At the end, when we sit down with the person, the goal of that interview is to essentially give the applicant a rating. Mm-hmm. And then we invite those that are ranked high to come back for a second, and then we pick 2 essentially for Hub 1 and Hub 2. Do you agree with that process, Warihana? Yeah, okay. And Salam, while you won't be a part of it, do you agree that's a good way to proceed? Yeah, okay, great.
Yes, I want to be able to fire.
You want to be able to what?
To be able to fire an RN.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I would say, I didn't recruit you. Somebody recruited you. But if you misbehave, I'll let them take you off.
Yeah. So we'll put them on. You take them off if they're no good.
Yes.
That's good. I like it. It's good that we have separate duties for sure, because we need people to execute. Absolutely. So it's not a vengeful thing. It's a moving forward with helping people. Period. Yeah.
So I will take the action item to look through initially these applicants and stuff and kind of go over them, because I did see there's a male nurse. Mm-hmm. So obviously we want to look at the female nurses first and stuff.
Right.
For this
specific position, but that male should still be interviewed and ranked. Because secondary positions in the organization, even from supply delivery type positions could come through this or could be generated out of this, because they would have a medical background. They would know, we're delivering IV bags. I know what an IV bag is. I know that they should also have X, Y, and Z delivered as well, or be able to communicate with the RN lead.
Yeah.
So that's good. Okay. I think that's great. And is what I would do, not only President, since you're taking that action item, I'd go one step further and say that you should respond with a templated letter.
Okay.
Saying that we'll be conducting interviews and we'll be in touch. We'll be conducting interviews after the travel on such and such days that they should look for future correspondence via their email. Yeah?
I think that's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. All right. I know the interest of time, that is all that I need to cover right now. How about you?
Yeah, I have everything covered. I'm working. I do want to cover one more. Oh, sorry. Warihana, were you finished?
I wanted to add that I've also submitted our application to the Draper Kaplan Foundation. And I'm currently working on the Zayed Prize.
Beautiful. And so, Warihana, on each of those applications, I would encourage you to go in and fill. I'm sorry, on each of those applications that are tied to project, I'd encourage you to go in and fill out a budget, even if it's a one-liner that just says, "This is for medical. I expect this to be for medical, and 300,000 is what we ask for." Just just so that we can have some visibility as to where the money that you're seeking is going to end up landing. Is it food, shelter, or medical?
Okay. All right.
That'd be great, and excellent work on that. We're super excited for that, and look forward to getting updates on those projects in the future.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
notice I get the emails. I'm like, oh, Warihana did something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
She's made
Yeah.
she's made an account here.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good what you're doing. We appreciate you immensely.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And President, I've seen your emails
Yes.
on the pitch deck and the executive summary. I would
Yes.
make the change to
Okay.
indicate that the R&Ds are female, and then I'll share them on our group.
Okay, that'd be
On
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
and
do.
I showed them just briefly to Kevin, and he thought they looked great too. And then we
Amazing.
wanted just that female lead, kind of thrown back into those two documents.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, the slide
excellent.
decks were great. I can't wait for you to present them on behalf of Give Basic Needs. I can't wait. I hope you get opportunities to use those slide decks 10,
Yes.
10 a month.
Hold on, hold on, buddy.
That's great. That's great.
Yes. All right. Salam, do you have anything else?
No, that's all for me.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you
I'm
guys.
sorry. Wait, I do have one other thing.
Yes.
That I want to bring up is that Salam, I've spent the last 20 hours or more uh, looking at the audits and trying to figure out how we're going to address the problems with regards to the organizational structure being established more recently and how we can go back. So, what I've done is I've dug up and used uh, many programs. I've used multiple blockchains, multiple programs to uncover all of the addresses that we used in the past, and I believe I have them all. And I believe that if you look in the audit area, you'll see the numbers that I've come up with. They've been stated in CD as well as US dollars for each year. And I've tried to specify the organizations based on the years that we operated and the formality of the organization, so that we can present that to the auditors and have them adjust their numbers accordingly based on all of the crypto transactions we've made since 2018.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So I think for this audit, since it covers the last 3 years, it's good that you are providing that background, and it's good that we are letting them know, because we originally informed them that we were registered as a local organization.
Uh-huh.
So it's good that you are providing that background,
Yeah.
and
And I think
I must say that you are actually a genius, and I'll keep saying we should be using your knowledge to make money, because I was struggling yesterday to come up with the addresses, and then you said, "Oh, I found them," and I checked, and I saw that our balance for 2018 was still sitting in that account. I was just shocked.
well,
Yeah, so
thank
that's
you.
actually a lot of work.
Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate them. They do keep me going. I work very hard to do what I do, and I'm glad to see that it's paying off. And we
Yeah,
will
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and we will definitely have something better for the auditors to justify. And the reason that I feel it's so important is because Warihana needs this audit to be clean, so that as she's applying for all these beautiful grants, that we're not turned down for that reason and that reason alone. And so yeah, so
Exactly.
I felt that it was worth the effort, and going back and seeing those transactions and realizing just how long we've been operating together brought a lot of warmth and joy to my heart. Yeah, absolutely. I got to give that some love as well, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, now do you have anything
Okay,
else?
now I don't have anything else. That I want to know. So Salam, if you could look at that image and see how it how the data looks that I posted under the audit in Discord, when you get a minute, and comment on its accuracy, and if you feel that it's good information and there's nothing that you'd like to see additionally in that section, I'll then take that with their responses and correlate and come up with an actual formal response that we can then send to them, stating the adjustments that we need to the audits to make them more accurate over time, at this point in time, I should say, if that sounds good.
Okay. Okay. I will look at them tonight.
Great, great.
I'll look at them. Yes.
Excellent.
And thank you once again. You've done a lot of work on that.
You're welcome. Thank you for acknowledging it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging on with the meeting despite some power issues and troubles. Appreciate your time as always, and we will see you on Sunday. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.